Hello, it's a pleasure to be with you for Tenterden Virtual Folk Festival of 2020, hoping we get together for a real one next year. This is the first of my set. It's a song called The Weaver's Sweet Home, and it's from a show that I was involved in last year called The Road to Peterloo with Pete Cohn and Laura Smith, and we told the story in song of the Peterloo Massacre in Manchester that took place in 1819, so last year was the bicentennial. You'll know the story, I should think, that a crowd of 60,000 or more peaceful protesters had gathered in the centre of Manchester to ask for better wages and lower food prices, and they were attacked by an ill-disciplined rabble of mounted troopers who killed a number of people and wounded hundreds. So this is a song from the period just before Peterloo, when after the Napoleonic Wars the cotton spinners and weavers of Manchester were facing very hard times indeed and having to go on the road to look for work. So it's The Weaver's Sweet Home. I am a poor weaver and forced for to roam, far from my country, my own native home. Farewell to my family, my shuttle and loom, which once made me sing, there is no place like home. Home, home, sweet home. I've travelled this country employment to find, but fortune was cruel and to me proved unkind. I left wife and children in sorrow to mourn. When shall I return to my sweet native home? Home, home, sweet home. In Lancashire, Yorkshire and Cheshire also, there in the wretched state, as you well know, the want of employment it makes us to mourn, with many of our family a starving at home. Home, home, sweet home. We once were as happy could be. Now we're distressed, as you plainly may see. The want of free trade, it makes thousands to mourn, and wander strange countries so far from their home. Home, home, sweet home. Are so bad, as you plainly may see, which leaves us to wander in sad poverty. My shuttle through the slave board it used for to run, now it lies still and I'm far from my home. Home, home, sweet home. So now to conclude and to finish my song, I hope trade will flourish and better times come, when weavers and spinners may no longer mourn, return to their looms in their own native home. Home, home, sweet home. Home, home, sweet home. This is a song from a book called The Southern Songster that came out earlier this year, and it was put together by my pal Nick Dow, who's very much involved with this festival. And it's a bunch of songs from the Hammond and Gardner manuscripts from the southern counties of England. As soon as I looked in it, I could see that there were several songs that I really wanted to learn, and this was the first that I learned. It's a version of a well-known song called The Lowlands of Holland, but this version is called The Lowlands of Germany. On the first night I was married and laid on my marriage bed, the cruel captain came fight our enemy. So I put my love on shipboard, and the lofty ship was she, with 400 jolly sailor boys to keep my love company. Such a ship of noble fame she was, right glorious to behold. May the hands above protect my love, he's my jolly sailor boat. There were 400 sailors, and it was their intent to fight for queen and country, and so boldly forth they went. But 80 of them was wounded, and 80 of them were slain, and my true love, he was one of them that ploughed the raging main. Says the mother to her daughter, what makes you so lament? Aren't the lads enough in our town, can make your heart content? Oh, mother dear, there is lads enough, but none of them for me, since the stormy winds and the raging sea parted my love from me. Then shall no scarf go around my neck, no comb come in my hair, nor candlelight, nor firelight in my room shall appear, and never shall I be married until the day I die, for I only had but one true love, he was slain in Germany. Here are 3 old dance tunes from the north of England: Paddy Rousseau's The Red Ribbon and Hopkinson's Favourite. to my last one. Thank you very much for listening, and hope that we meet in person at Tenterden Folk Festival in 2021. Fingers firmly crossed for that. I'm going to finish off with a song that's actually one of the child ballads, believe it or not. I have brushed it up quite a bit. I'm going to leave you with this. Thanks again, and see you around. As I came home on Monday night, so drunk and very late, I saw a Harley Davidson outside my own front gate. I says to my darling wife, would you kindly tell to me, whose is this Harley Davidson when I push my court to be? You're drunk as a skunk, you clearly had a few. It's nothing but a wheelbarrow that I bought in B&Q. It's many's the day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a wheelbarrow with twin exhausts I never did see before. And as I came home on Tuesday night and through the door did crawl, I spied a black crash helmet on a hat stand in the hall. I says to my darling wife, won't you kindly tell to me, whose is this crash helmet when my clock ought to be? You're drunk as a skunk, you're well and truly ratted. That's a woolly bobble hat that I myself have knitted. It's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a bobble hat with a visor I never did see before. And as I came home on Wednesday night, beneath me scarce a leg, I spied a leather jacket hanging on a peg, and so I says to my darling wife, won't you kindly tell to me, whose is this leather jacket when my anorak should be? You're drunk as a skunk, I can tell you've had a drop. It's nothing but a duffel coat I bought in the Oxfam shop. It's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a duffel coat with a row of studs I never did see before. And as I came home on Thursday night, to stand I wasn't able. I saw a packet of cigarettes laid on the kitchen table. I says to my darling wife, won't you kindly tell to me, whose is this packet of cigarettes when my chewing gum ought to be? You're drunk as a skunk, you're well the worse for wear. That's a pack of cards, I've been playing solitaire. It's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a pack of cards with a health warning I never did see before. To drive a car, I spied a bottle of whiskey standing on the breakfast bar, and so I says to my darling wife, would you kindly tell to me, whose is this bottle of Jameson's when a Horlicks ought to be? You're drunk as a skunk, you're in a proper state. That's a bottle of cranberry juice, this health food diet is great. It's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, cranberry juice at 70 proof I never did see before. And as I came home on Saturday night and staggered up the stair, I saw a man laid in my bed rest in his underwear. I says to my darling wife, won't you kindly tell to me, who is this unfamiliar chap that my own self should be? You're drunk as a skunk, still you cannot see. That's a cuddly teddy bear my mother sent to me. It's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a teddy bear in a posing pouch I never did see before.
Well, hello everybody.
Hi.
We're Scolds Bridle, for those of you who don't know. Sorry not to be with you live at the Tenterden Folk Festival.
Such a shame we're not going to be there, but now there's anybody, so there we go.
So there we go. So we're going to do a short video, a few songs, and we are in the Red Squirrel recording studio, courtesy of Mr. Dave Wormsley. And so if you don't like the sound, you can blame him.
You're welcome, Dave.
Right, we're going to start with a song that started life as a poem, a song written by Dave Pearce from Fleetwood, and it's called Shopping Down Memory Lane. And basically it's about how Fleetwood, when it was a booming town full of trawlers and industries, etc., all related to the fishing industry, they've all gone now, and all that's left are some broken buildings or new build houses, and a huge Asda supermarket where all these lovely buildings used to be. So it's just sort of trying to remember what used to be there in those heydays, and it's called Shopping Down Memory Lane. Down by the ruined gasworks and all along Cobb Lane stand the silent shells of buildings where memories still remain, and when the moonlights of the river they come to life again, you can push your supermarket trolley all the way down memory lane. You can push your supermarket trolley all the way down memory lane. My granny was a braider there, had making skills to ply. She wove a web to trap the fish, as dead as any fly. They sang there in the braiding loft. Can't you hear their mournful strain when you push your supermarket trolley all the way down memory lane? When you push your supermarket trolley all the way down memory lane. Outside a crowd of trawler men stood in the freezing cold and wondered if the fish they'd caught for profit had been sold, or maybe they would land on deck and sign on yet again. See them heading through the sounds to the pubs on memory lane. See them heading through the sounds to the pubs on memory lane. And anxious wives and children waited here for news, and prayed the ship they knew was lost was only overdue. The price of fish, the lives of men, the tears that fall like rain, you can catch them in your basket as you shop down memory lane. You can catch them in your basket as you shop down memory lane. Once in these broken buildings, with the flourish of a pen, was charted out the ebb and flow, the lives of fishermen, a way of life has been and gone. It won't be back again. No more taxes for the early tides. taxis for the early times in streets round memory lane. You can build a supermarket, but the memories still remain. There we go, Shopping Down Memory Lane, a poem written by Dave Pearce.
You know, it's so lovely to be singing these songs again because Liz and I live a fair way from each other, don't we? And we
do.
haven't seen each other really through all the lockdown. And it's really, really nice to get together, but we're making the most of it because we've just found out that tomorrow we're being locked down again, or is it locked up? I don't know. One of the two.
I think you should be locked
Well,
up
thank
here.
you very much. So do I. Yeah, we're going to be bolted up and locked down again tomorrow. So
We
we're
might
doing
have-
this film while we can.
We might have tried to delay this 48 hours because, as you might have noticed, I'm absolutely full of a cold, but we won't be
It is a
like-
cold, isn't
It
it?
is a cold, don't worry. I've passed it on to all my friends, and but I won't be able to do that after today because I won't be able to see anybody, so there we go.
Our next song is a song written by the lovely Emily Smith. It's been a firm favourite of ours now for quite a while. Although the only problem is that those of you that know Scolds Bridle know that we don't actually really like singing things in time. You'll never, in the right time, you never catch us singing Christmas carols at Christmas, for example. And this is getting perilously near because it's called the Winter Song, but we rather like it and we hope you do too. Are falling from the trees. Farewell for now, warm summer breeze. The weather has been good this year, but now the winter will soon be here. The nights are drawing into shorter days. I hear the old folk and the country people say, don't fear the dark, nature has it all in hand. Time to reflect, renew the tired land. So we'll stoke the fire and light the lamp. Turn our backs in from the dam. Settle down beneath the starry sky. Endure the winter passing by. I see the frost etched upon the glass. In the morning sun, he'll soon move fast. But he'll be back to claim the frozen ground. With each new day, he surely can be found. The geese fly south to find a warmer home, and a weary ball, he soldiers on alone. Children's laughter crackles in the air, sparks fly high, we'll catch them if we dare. So we'll stoke the fire and light the lamp, turn our backs in from the dam, settle down beneath the starry sky, endure the winter passing by. With carols sung, the tree's been taken down. We've passed a drum and the bells no longer sound. Snowdrops rise with promise of the spring. There's talk of wonder at what the year might bring. The blackbird starts to thicken up her nest, while the early lamb, he takes a snowy step. But the north wind's grip, it tightens with its chill, and holds the buds closed against their will. So we'll stoke the fire and light the lamp, turn our backs in from the dam, settle down beneath the starry sky, rising from the down. Settle down beneath the starry sky, endure the winter passing by.
Right, we're going to carry on with the song. There's a bit of a story behind this song, really, as to who actually wrote it.
Yeah.
Ron Baxter has written quite a lot about a lot of the songs we do, especially the ones we do in the We Are the Women show, etc. And oh, excuse me. And this one, he hadn't put his signature to it. Sue came across the words and...
They were
Go on,
actually
you tell the
typed.
story,
Well, they were
'cause-
typed out, which is unusual for Ronnie because he normally writes things on the back of beer mats and toilet paper or menus and things like that. But this one was actually typed out, but it was so like a Ronnie song that we just presumed it was his. But then I began to wonder because it wasn't signed and it didn't say whose it was. People give us words all the time, which is lovely of them, but they go in a big box and this was in there. So I actually found Ronnie and I asked him, I said, is this one of your songs? And he took one look at it and said, no. So that put us in a quandary. But then he came about 10 minutes later and said, just show me that again. And then I showed him the words again and he said, I think I recognise that bit, but I don't think I wrote it, but that bit's mine. Anyway, to cut a very long story short, after about 2 hours, he decided it was very likely, most probably his.
But he's still not sure.
We're still not sure. So if you out there know any different, please let us
If
know.
you wrote it, please let us know and we will credit you with having written the words because the words are lovely. And it's called Perfect Love and it's basically, it's a love song. And it's about...
Unusual.
Unusual for us. It's about somebody going off to work and not coming home.
So it's miserable, and that's just like us
just
too.
like us
That's
too.
nice Scolds
So it's
Bridle
called
song.
Perfect Love. I would normally say at this stage, please join in the chorus. I'll sing it once to give it you and then you can try it, but if you want to do that, that's fine. He swore to me as he sailed away, it's my last trip and then I'll stay. In my arms he swore by him above, I'll never leave my perfect love. But now I'm weeping for my man, who never saw another dawn. That perfect love that we both shared, it was lost to that perfect storm. He swore to me as he sailed away, it's my last trip and then I'll stay. In my arms he swore by him above, I'll never leave my perfect love. Upon those wild white horses' wings, keening the death song, the wind it sings. As the widow maker she takes from me my perfect love to be her fee. He swore to me as he sailed away, it's my last trip and then I'll stay. In my arms he swore by him above, I'll never leave my perfect love. No flowers grow upon his grave, no roses bloom beneath the waves. For my perfect love I'm left to mourn, for he was lost to that perfect storm. He swore to me as he sailed away, it's my last trip and then I'll stay. In my arms he swore by him above, I'll never leave my perfect love. In my arms he swore by him above,
I'll never leave my perfect love.
Perfect Love, we think, written by Ron Baxter.
Excellent. I'm just going to have a slurp of water. Thank you, Mr. Lovely Assistant.
We're here in this recording studio. There's boxes of
Mr.
tissue.
Dave Walmsley's just there.
There's
Just
his
seen his
head, there's
head.
his head. We've got boxes of tissues, vocal zones, drinks. Expert fingers at the ready on all the buttons. So what more can we say? And he's just about to blow his nose because he's got my cold.
Generous to a fault, that's you, Liz.
I know.
Generous to
Why
a fault.
share? Why not share what we've got? So. Right, we're going to do a song now that. Oh, hang on, let me plug in. It's just like being on stage, this, isn't it? Me with not plugging in and goodness knows what.
Yeah, never mind. I haven't got that problem.
You just plug your hearing aid. Sorry. Forget
All
I said
right.
that. Forget I said that. It's not true.
Not true
Right.
at all.
A song that we've had. We used to sing this song many years ago. There was a reason we stopped singing it, which I'm not going to mention now. And it's a song called "The Rosy Flower." It's in the Dorian mode.
We must be very good if we can do things in the Dorian
We
mode.
must.
Be very good.
We must. So, however, we sang this song at our club it was last year, I suppose, when the Trials of Cato were on. Do you remember?
Yes.
They were very impressed that we were singing in the Dorian mode. And when I asked them, well, do you know what it is? They said, no, we haven't a clue. But, however, they like the song and I think they've got it in their repertoire now. So that's really good. And it was a song collected by this lady, Alison. She collected it from her, what was her surname? Alison?
Griffith, is it?
Griffith, I think.
Yeah,
She
Griffith.
collected it from her grandmother, who collected it from the gypsies in the New Forest in the 1930s. It's a strange song, really. I don't quite know what it's about, but it's called "The Rosy Flower." Haunting song, and you sort of asked if we could resurrect
I like
it,
this
didn't you?
one. I really like this one.
So "The Rosy Flower."
It's all right. Twiddle about with your G-string, I don't care. Is it your G-string, just out of interest?
I'll be telling. Don't discuss my G-string with anybody.
B, a B-string. A B-string.
Our sound engineer's grinning here.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
"The Rosy Flower." Take two. Bloometh red the rosy flower, and groweth green the leaf. Prickle sharp the thorny briar, hurting like my grief, dear love. Hurting like my grief. Bloweth cold the blast of winter, freezing night and day. Withereth the rose of spring, yet still the prickles stay, dear love. Still the prickles stay. And say you will return again from sailing on the main, where the stormy ocean rage and the sky is filled with rain. And if you do truly love me, then married we will be. And the blood red rosy flower will lie my nose again, dear love, will lie my nose again. But if you do love me not, then I must bear it be, and on my grave on prickly briar, to show I died for thee, dear love, to show I died for thee. Rosy flower. Thank you.
Are you going to tell them why we stopped singing now? Go on.
There's a line in the third verse which goes, and the sky's filled with reindeer, love. Now, once we realised that
It was reindeer. The sky is filled with reindeer, love.
we could visualise were reindeers.
Christmas song. Called it a Christmas song
We did.
for a long time.
So we had to stop singing it because sometimes these things just stop you from doing a song. We haven't done it for you.
No.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Well, we're going to finish off now. This little
Can I have my other
a little film.
I'm afraid
wanted
it's going
it
to
to
be
be-
warts and all.
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted a warts and all,
We
you
could
know.
have Dave in here all night editing and picking out bits which are wrong, and he might pick it all out. He might think it's all wrong. Thank you. But we decided we'd do it warts and all. We had a quick practice yesterday, and it's just nice actually to be singing together again.
It really
isn't
is. It really is.
I nearly forgot who you were.
Well, I wondered for a bit when I turned up, you said, "Who are you?" Okay, we're going to finish off with a Ronnie Baxter song. He wrote this many years ago to celebrate the town of Fleetwood. It's 150th anniversary. Fleetwood is the first ever planned town, completely started from scratch, planned town and built, so we can date it right back to its original time. And we had a celebration, all the local community, and Ronnie Baxter wrote some songs for it. And this was to commemorate the men from Fleetwood who had been in the First World War, and it was meant very much as a tribute. But the more we sing it, the more we realise that it can be a tribute to all men in all towns for their fantastic work that they did for us, and the loss too. So we'll finish with this. Thank you very much. Who knows when we'll be singing again now, after the lockdown and locking up and all that lot. So hope to see you soon, actually in person. The bugles were blowing, the men marched away. They knew they'd be home before Christmas Day. But now they are lying in the cold Flanders clay. Now where are the false tunes of glory? Where are they now, the young men of Fleetwood? Where are they now, the flower of the land? Where have they gone, a whole generation? Now where are the false tunes of glory? They sailed away merry as oft times before, but not to the fishing, this time to the war, where they met with the foeman and fought tooth and claw, and were slain to the false tunes of glory. Where are they now, the young men of Fleetwood? Where are they now, the flower of the land? Where have they gone, a whole generation? Now where are the false tunes of glory. They were the finest, they were the best, but now they are sleeping, they found their rest. Was it dolce et decorum est, or was it the false tunes of glory? Where are they now, the young men of Fleetwood? Where are they now, the flower of the land? Where have they gone, a whole generation? Now where are the false tunes of glory? By the cenotaph standing, we hear the last post, with bugles and colours, and counting the cost. Then husbands, brothers, sons who were lost to the false tunes of glory. Where are they now, the young men of Fleetwood? Where are they now, the flower of the land? Where have they gone, a whole generation? Now where are the false tunes of glory? Where are they now, the young men of Fleetwood? Where are they now, the flower of the land? Where have they gone, the whole generation? Now where are the false tunes of glory?
Thank you for listening. Hope
Thank
you enjoy
you.
it. Thank you to Dave for doing all
Thanks
this for
very
us.
much, Dave.
And we'll see you sometime down
Hope
the line.
not too long in the future.
Bye.
Bye-bye.